Hey everybody, this is High Priestess Jamila, and I'm here to talk about money. I actually will be having some free psychic readings coming up on the channel. It'll be a little bit later today when I get my coffee creamer, okay? But I wanted to come and have a serious discussion about money, sharks in business. And so I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to get in the chat room. And so until we do that, I'm going to play some nice music here to give y'all an opportunity to get the notifications, okay, and get in here. So, uh-oh.
Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constant in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in the blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I would still be on my feet. I am a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints. I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said, love is touching souls. Surely you touch mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. I met a woman, she had a mouth like yours. She knew your life, she knew your devils and your deeds. And she said, go to him, stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, but you are in my blood, you're my holy wine. You're so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my feet.
morning. This is High Priestess Jamila. So I wanted to come and give you guys a heads up real quick. And thank you for coming. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. And, this is a discussion that now that we have reached some place of clarity, I feel that I want to speak about this because as a business owner, first of all, just because we are witches, we live in the real world. Okay. Uh, we don't live in a world to where we can always avoid what the world is experiencing. And so people are not understanding that it is not advisable to be harassing people at their jobs, or even, sort of like blockbusting on people's businesses and stuff. And so I can imagine that, oh goodness, I can just imagine people that are in real estate. I actually spoke to a couple of people that are in real estate, and they were talking about how, they're driving Lyfts and Ubers, to make ends meet. And so I am going to do you guys some readings for September, October. A little bit later, like I said, when my coffee gets here, I have coffee, but I just don't have a creamer. And so my creamer will be here soon. But I wanted to talk about people and everybody that is living in the real world, okay? Because I think that there are some people that have these money delusions. First of all, people need their jobs. And I know that if you're a ruthless person that doesn't respect other people's, their households, by the way, I am very grateful to the goddess for all of the gifts that she has bestowed upon my family. I am very grateful for being able to stay afloat during this whole COVID thing, because what people don't consider, and I also want to wish the best of luck to everybody and their families. But what I wanted to speak about is the frustration and kind of even what I've been dealing with, even on YouTube. Okay. First of all, I want to apologize for all of the stuff that has been going on, but I can assure you that I've been staying focused. Okay. Regardless to everything that's going on, it doesn't mean that I'm going through something. It doesn't mean that, a lot of people assume, and it's not even you guys assuming, it's me being the empath and telepath that I am, being able to assess people's thoughts and thought processes behind some of the things that they do. And so you have people that know that the economy is already suffering, and they will know that people are out there losing their jobs, companies shutting down, and they will still be doing their fuckery. Hey, X the Raven Tarot. Hello. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. I did get that. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Angela Brown. Hello. Good morning. So here's the deal. Staying focused on YouTube can be really difficult, especially when people that you know on a personal level know how to access you anytime that they want. And I wanted to speak on people that are obviously void of any financial responsibility, and how delusional they have been, and how they have purposely tried to create obstacles for people. And I'm seeing that on YouTube. People acting like sharks, people trying to come for other people's clients, people, doing smear campaigns against other readers. It's a lot of that going on. And I think that it's mainly being predicated by people that really don't have any responsibilities financially. So that's what I want to talk about. By the way, guys, if you guys didn't know and you're a renter, they extended the COVID relief, rent, eviction protection until October the 31st. Okay. So what is going on is really serious. But here's what I want to tell you. The way that I see it is that I feel that stress and struggle is making the pandemic worse. Because even though there was a pandemic where people were literally dying, these people were still up to no good. Now, I personally feel, just on a political tip, I feel that the United States is under terrorist attack. I do. Because it just, it is what it is. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is the miracle of magic and how it has helped so many of my clients, get jobs, keep their jobs, stay healthy. So my business, to me, is very important for the world. It is. And instead, you've got the same stuff going on. Blacklisting of people's channels, people, on the attack, people trying to do spells and rituals to mess with people's money. Okay, now we don't even have to say to these people that if you mess with somebody that is experienced, you're going to get that back ×3. Okay, that's real talk when you're doing that, when you're participating in that. Okay, and this is not just on YouTube, this is happening everywhere. And it's extremely irresponsible, and I believe that this behavior is being led by people that don't have bills to pay. They get to sit around and act uppity because somebody else is either working or taking care of them. And that energy is really bad. So when we do the money readings, I'm hoping to see positive for everybody. But sadly, a lot of you are being negatively affected either by people outside of you, or you yourself are negatively impacted, because it is so mentally and physically draining. This is the reason why I do my cleanses every month. They are phenomenal in getting through this situation. And then also I even started working out again for health. Okay. I think that if you are a person that is actively trying to mess with a person's prosperity, I feel that on a universal level, you are seen as a problem. Because as our consciousness expands, and if our consciousness is allowed to expand, it'll reach the universe and the blessings will be abundant. On a universal level, these types of people are blocking our blessings. Okay? And I will tell you that you are somebody that is going to have some serious problems. COVID or corona translates to crown in Latin, which means that it's all about the crown chakra, the connection to the universe. And so there are some of you that have not woke up There are a lot of people that have not woke up. They are still very much asleep. They have not advanced their thinking. They have not advanced their consciousness, or even bothered to figure out, what they're doing and why they're doing it. Now, I want to let y'all know that this channel is going to focus a lot on past life regressions, as well as um, twin flames and things of that nature. What we are going to have to realize, and what a lot of people are going to have to realize, and it's very difficult to get those types of people to wake up and admit to what's going on. We've got things going on to where men are having these past life regressions to where they feel that women should be subservient to them, or we're having past life regressions back to slavery, to where a certain group of people may have been at a disadvantage. It is extremely important for people to know what is going on and start being a part of the solution, and stop trying to be a part of the problem. You do not want to turn the universe against you. Because when you look at the stars and the planets, everything that is above us, it is all energy and this God consciousness. I feel like every star in the sky is a watcher that is watching over everybody. It's an angel. And trust me, there are billions, probably even trillions of stars in our solar system. And they'll say, oh, well, just ignore me. Oh, well, you can't really ignore people when they are trying to block you purposely and trying to send money curses and eviction curses and things like that. You can't really ignore that, especially spiritually, but you don't have to necessarily fear it. Like I said, I've been keeping myself afloat regardless to the issues that I've been having on here. Because when people have free will to do those types of things, they will try to negatively affect you. Now, we have had several energy shifts, including the one that we had in August, and you could see that evil, the demon of poverty, the demon of sickness. Okay. I did my Lanasa ritual and was met with great rage and anger by somebody that I was actually quite shocked that this person would do that, because it's sad when you see somebody that trying to be a part of the problem, being petty and irresponsible. Everything handed to you because you don't have to work. And we've seen this in all economic situations, because there was a lot of discoveries being made about people, even on YouTube, that, oh, my husband has this, and so, oh, I see you're over there struggling with trolls, and oh, let me light another black candle on you. Let me curse you. Listen, I want you guys to listen. Those people, even though you can do what you got to do to clear yourself, those people are now in the hands of God. They're in the hands of God, and they'll have to deal with the things that they have done. What I want you guys to realize is that I am my own personal testimony, because there's people out there months and months and months behind on their mortgage, months and months and months behind on their rent, months and months behind on bills. And you know what? The light and the gas company and the water company, they still want their money. And so does the landlords and the banks. I think it's terribly irresponsible for you to decide, hey, I'm going to go out and purposely attack a person and then tell them, hey, if you are emotional about it, or if you feel some type of way about it, somehow you're subpar. Well, you know what? Everybody on this earth has been stretched to the max. And after being strong for so long, a person has to break down. Okay. Right now, the way that people are behaving is almost robotic. Okay. Very robotic, very cold, very, I'm going to do this because I'm angry about my childhood. And this is exactly the people that are doing it because they're irresponsible and they have been taught how to heal. They have been told over and over again how to heal. And I believe that God is going to be very harsh when he deals with these people. Hello? Amen. He's going to be very harsh with these people. Especially people with their little petty desires. Oh, I want to knock you down so that I'll have a better chance of being cool with you. We're seeing not just black males, but we're seeing white males trying to purposely create struggle for the goddesses, and y'all will be dealt with. I had a personal conversation with God this morning. Their curses don't work. Especially if you're protected. Like I said, thank you to the goddess for keeping me afloat. Because even though people were dropping dead, people still didn't understand the importance of them elevating their consciousness and not doing things like that. And it causes a lot of stress, a lot of worry that doesn't even need to be there. And you know what? We don't want them to be able to create more prejudice out of their behavior because that's what they're asking. But when we see you doing irresponsible things, especially if you are a male, harassing and stalking women on their jobs, and you don't have a dime to pay that woman's bills, this has got to stop. God said it. Wasting extra resources, more candles having to be lit. I've had to actually keep a candle going from the groups of people literally trying to shut down divine services. They were trying to shut my company down. They didn't succeed, obviously, and never will. But it's just the point that why should I have to waste Mother Earth on your pettiness? So there's a lot that is being done to stop these people. And they can't say, oh, well, I'm doing this because, Spirit led me to do this. No, Spirit didn't lead you to do that. You're doing the same thing that you've been doing for the past several years. And you have been told over and over again. You have been given every sign. That's just like people that are obsessed with me moving back to my hometown. I cannot and I will not move back there. Why? Because of my spirits and my ancestors. Period. And as long as my kids are okay with that, you have nothing to say. So this has been a consistent, I'm going to stick to the status quo. And that within itself has got to stop because these people are going to have a tower moment. I mean, you got people out there that don't care about their lives enough to actually be threatening people that are already scared. And if you're a man clapping down on a woman, you must be a maniac. And I got to talk about this because you know what? It's not that we won't forgive you, but you won't be given a chance to do it again. You're trying to put people in compromising situations during the worst time of our history. Well, not the worst time. COVID isn't the worst. There's been, the Black Plague and things like that. And these people don't listen to God. They just continue with their intranquility and their games and their prejudices. So when we do these money readings a little later, these readings, I'm gonna light some protection candles for the circle real quick. Because these people don't realize, you're working with an interdimensional enemy. And some of these people are like, well, I don't care about Earth. Beam me up to Scotty. Okay. But that's the problem, is that you don't trust the right people. So a lot of these people are making deals with interdimensional beings that are going to lead them out into the universe to float and to turn into a rock, not even a star. I feel sorry for these people, because what they have decided is that I'm going to give up on Earth because I don't understand spirit. So I'm going to give up on Mother Earth and screw this place. I'm going to screw everybody over because the aliens are going to beam me up. But what they're doing is they're tricking you. Okay? Tricking you bad. That's why they're reacting right now. Okay? In fact, all they're doing is giving up their soul, because if they listen to these interdimensionals, and you'll say, well, if God existed, why would he allow it? Because they're interdimensional beings that are coming from another galaxy that have technology that can communicate intergalactal. So this is not just about Earth. This is about the heavens and what's going on up there. If you create problems for any of the goddesses' anointed ones, okay, you're going to be met with harsh punishment. Sorry. People have to be punished for their crimes. People have to be held responsible for their actions. If you are an enabler and you've let these aliens convince you that they're going to beam you up to Scotty and you're going to turn into a space butterfly, please believe that you're probably going to just obliterate and never exist again. These are true facts, because I know for a fact that there's some people that are communicating with these interdimensional demons, and these demons are driving them to do certain despicable things. Okay? Despicable. Very important for us to be talking about this, because we would like to tell those people, hey, have y'all ever seen that movie, It's a Rainy Day Today? Have y'all ever seen that movie, Twister? And Bill Paxton, he's got like this passion, him and Helen Hunt have this passion to help increase the warning time for tornadoes. And Helen Hunt lost her father at the beginning of the movie to a tornado, just sucked him right up. He was never saw again. So they had a real passion, and they kept trying to tell the guy that just wanted to steal the idea. Okay, remember the beef that Bill Paxton had? And he told the guy, he said, hey, listen, he was trying to help him because he only wanted to make sure that they got the information that they needed. And the guy was arrogant. He was foolish. And guess what? He got sucked up in a tornado and killed, burned up, alive. There's a message in that. Okay? To people that are doing that. Now I understand that there are some people that are just going to live that karmic life. Trust me, I know. I lived one 100 years ago. But the one thing that even my past self can warn you about is doing things selfishly, being arrogant, and having the opportunity to change your ways and choosing not to do it, and choosing to step on people, and choosing to take advantage of people. Trust me, in my previous life, I was a gangster in one of them, and I didn't care about nobody. But you know what? If I would have had me as a reminder, if I would have had me, okay, if I would have had me there to coach me, I probably would have made better choices instead of dying or killing people for money, okay? And some people are totally taken over by their past lives to the point where they're blindly walking throughout life. And we're not in the past life. We're in the current. Okay? We're in the current. Beth Heiser, how are you? You got a question? Seems like you doing some trolling there, hon. How you doing? What's the problem? Is there an issue with the discussion that I'm having? Okay, you're trolling. I think Beth is trolling y'all personally, but who knows? Okay, yeah, well, y'all trolls always say that because I felt your energy come in. And I can definitely feel that a lot of people are triggered by this discussion that I'm having, probably because you're one of the people that is trying to block bust on me. But guess what? I know how to remove those blocks. Okay. You know, you never know where you're going to end up, where you're going to end up. Oh, okay, sweetie. Okay. You never know where you're going to end up in this life. Okay. And Spirit felt like maybe I should come on here and try to inspire the people that think it's a game. Because it's not a game. Okay. So if you guys are experiencing certain things financially, which we know that they are because they're doing very, very, very desperate things for money. In fact, I got victimized because somebody was doing something desperate for money. You know, I know that our minds have been on other stuff and we've been ignoring, but please believe that there's still people out there being robbed. There's still people out there being killed. There's still people out there snatching purses. Okay. So you've got your, crime mobs out there, but then you also have in the spiritual community people that are just doing things because they're under possession or mind control. And I want to let y'all know that in spite of what you may have heard or think, I am a survivor for 6 years of covert narcissistic gain stalking. And these demons do not want us to transmute those energies. Okay? So, the readings that I'm going to do, the money readings that I'm going to do, these are for people that are either trying to, make a life for themselves, or it's going to be for pretty much everybody. But if you are a person that is being housed and sheltered and fed by someone else, then you need to take a step back and have several seats and figure out what you're going to do. Because guess what? You're living off of someone else, but that person that you're living with is going to start getting negatively affected by your behavior, because it's got to go somewhere. All of that negative energy that you're conjuring, it has to go somewhere, and it's got to go to it does. It's just the basic law of the universe. You can't have a temper tantrum and say, "Oh, but I want to do." No. So you're not going to be a problem for the people that you're targeting. You're going to be a problem for your family and the people around you. Okay, and I can tell that this is a channeled message, because whenever I have a channeled message directly from spirit for anybody, it seems to, it gives me that feeling. Okay. Your Beth Heiser says she's living on disability and food stamps. Hold on real quick, y'all. Well, sweetie, is that something that you want to change? Is that something that you want to change? Because that must be why you're here. These people that we're dealing with, which is why, you said you're old. How old are you? How old are you? See, here's the thing about starting your own business in particular, as a spiritualist. Definitely coincides with, because a lot of us spiritualists once, like even in our 20s and 30s, our spiritual gifts made us be labeled as mentally disabled and stuff like that, when you're not. Okay, now Beth Heiser, let me ask you a question. What would you do if they took away your disability? Do you have a plan? It isn't old. You're right, Angela. Do you have a plan if the government were to descend? This is just an if, because I'm wondering why why you're reaching out to me. Do you have a feeling that that's going to happen, or do you have a fear? Okay. Do you have a fear of that happening? Because it could happen at any moment. It could. And I feel that you know that, and you do have those fears. But did you know that you can start your own business? I'm sure you have some talent. So if the government cut off your benefits, you would just give up and not do anything? You would just be homeless? What do you think got you to that point? Because like I said, I mean, most people, don't even retire until they're in their 70s. So I don't know your story. See, resin art, that's amazing. You realize that you could make money at that to support yourself? Just saying. Yeah, well, you know what? There's always an opportunity, and you know that they do provide grants to people. You can do a lot of different things. So if you need to reach me or look at the money reading that I'm going to do for inspiration, make sure that you do that. Because I think that even though you're on disability, you can still practice your art form. Okay, you can still practice that. Hold on, guys. Okay, all right. I just wanted to do like to a little prequel to the money reading that I'm going to be doing for September. Okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that I just found out, that times are getting rough, and so I'm going to the Supreme Court block the CDC declaration. So I'm letting it be known right now that my spirits, if you are trying to impede on my business and my company in any way, you're going to be met with harsh. And if I did that to somebody else, I would be met with harsh consequences. Okay, that means rumors, lies, spell work, revenge porn, trying to block and deflect people's stuff with revenge porn or whatever you're doing. You're going to be met with harsh punishment for that. Okay? And I think that a lot of y'all need to take that into consideration. And we know that they're over here thumbs and down, but you know what? Okay, hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so anybody that is messing with your money, and they're doing it a lot, not just to Jamila, it's happening to a lot of people. I want to have a monthly group, like a prayer group, or staying vigilant, to where we'll do money work every month with our spirits to make sure that they are not able to do that. Okay. Because, especially because, let me tell you, I think it's disgusting. And I think it's disgusting even to try to mess with somebody's vibrations, to try to send them negative energy, you know what I'm saying? And, telling them, oh, well, you're a failure because you got a PPP loan. People that speak that way are delusional because they were lucky enough. And see, I don't get disability. I was accused of getting disability for my son because there's people out here that want to make it seem like our businesses are set up based upon need. And yes, we do need our income. But for you to try to come up with every single reason, and I'm trying to figure out who exactly it is that they're talking to, because they're not talking to God. They're just doing things, based upon their subconscious. And if you've stolen anything from anybody, you're going to have karmic backlash. Spirit is pleading with you to stop doing this, because as we go into the winter months, Spirit is going to start literally punishing people for doing things like that. See, I do spiritual work for clients. I don't block people's stuff. I'm doing cleanses. I'm doing healings. I'm doing unhexings. I'm doing curse removals. Okay, I'm doing love work. I'm not sitting around all day trying to figure out how I can destroy somebody's life. If you're doing that, you need to take heed to this warning. Okay? You think that you got it all figured out and you think that you're set, but karma has a way of showing up like a thief in the night. So be careful, because it is all about the Loa, which is the law of attraction. What you do to others is what you do to yourself. Okay? Big facts. So a lot of, especially some of these men that live with a mother, or either they got their wife taking care of them, you're putting your family at risk for losing their income because you're harassing people. And see, right, like literally as a spiritualist, as a witch, there will be nobody that will ever come to me and say to me, hey, I want you to try to ruin this person's life. I don't do work like that, because I am very ethical. So if you are actively doing that, you need to be proactive in stopping yourself from doing that and get out of that. Because I'm going to tell y'all something, coming up in September is going to be an energy shift, especially in October. So for example, if somebody is nice enough to let you sleep on their couch, they may lose their house. They may lose their job. They may lose their source of income because of your actions. See, this is why as a witch, I don't do work like that. I only curse people that are actively doing things to me. So if somebody comes to me to get a curse removed, or I'm sorry, if you do come to me to curse someone, you have to have a damn good reason for it. A lot of these practitioners are not, well, you know what? It's okay. I have been noticing that a lot of the practitioners have been speaking out, but some of them still do have grudges against people that they can't let go of. Get it together and clean up your own closets. Stop sending flying monkeys to do dirty work for you, because they're going to lose everything. They probably want to lose everything. I feel like most of my enemies are going to end up sleeping on my couch, and they're going to be like, oh shit, we done messed up, Jamila. And I'm be like, okay, well, come on in. You can sleep on the couch. I got an extra bed. Because like these people are delusional. They're demonically possessed. They're not thinking. But God has very harsh punishments. God don't wake people up nice. When it's time for you to wake up, God will jolt you up. And that's what's going to happen to people. Okay? lot of people need cleanses. A lot of people need work. These, the energies of, people that are not trying to do anything about it, and they're not taking any action on their situation. And we're not talking about little kids, because we've even seen these irresponsible adults attacking children. Okay. If you're in your 40s or 50s, you don't have no right to be judging nobody that's 18, 19, or 20. You a grown person. You need to lead by example, and a lot of people are not leading by example. I've been waiting for the extra money to buy me and my son a car. And I will have a car very, very soon. Okay. But it's older men that can see younger men that are coming up and they're jealous. Those behaviors are going to be met with harsh punishment and lessons. And that's just the reality of it. And I wish people would get it together. You got men out there that are purposely attacking women. You got churches and members of churches attacking witches. This time, and nor will there ever be a time that you should be attacking witches because of your prejudices. Okay? So it's not just the one person, it's the church who feels justified in attacking witches. But you know what? God called his entire army. So you are going against God, aren't you? And God created the devil, right? God created the devil to punish the wicked. And so this is the reason why even if you go into church every Sunday, you can be punished. And you should be. Leave people alone when they're meditating. There's people out there that medicate instead of meditating. That's your business. You do what you feel you have to do. But stop trying to disturb the peace and the inner peace of others. That is what God is saying right now. Okay? Now, I can't just disconnect from the internet, because I have to have the internet to communicate with the people that I am supposed to lead. Then also you got people out there trying to stop people's babies from being born. You are at a disadvantage already if you're doing that. And I know that a lot of these people are suicidal, but God is not just going to kill you. He's going to teach you. He's going to heal you. So a lot of y'all may think, some people may think, I don't like the way she's so forgiving and how she, is looking at the bigger picture and she's not being in her lower self and being petty and being egotistical. I don't like how she's trying to, we want her to be hurt. We want her to jump out of the bridge, jump off a bridge. We want her to do this. We want her to do that. It's not up to you, because you're not God, and you're going to be taught that very valuable lesson. And hey, when God touches your soul, because God will touch your soul, he is just making his rounds. He got to go through trillions of people, and you next. Especially when it comes to the people that are practicing Reiki. Now, yes, for me, guys, you'll see things in social media of people that are doing things to me, and you'll see me recover very quickly. Okay, that is because I'm a healer, but they'll do it every day. They'll come back every day. They'll wake up every day. So I don't need all of the extra crap. And I'm going to tell you something. God is about to relieve me. Okay, so the focus is going to be on readings. However, if it's something that you are doing that has to be addressed, you are going to be addressed. And it doesn't matter if you don't want to hear the truth, you're going to hear it anyway. No matter what the situation is, you're going to hear the truth anyway. You can be delusional if you want, but I had somebody very close to me trying to put me and my children in a compromising situation. And you are only compromising your own, you and yours, by doing that. I had somebody come over here for some stupid $5 donation and video record me in my house so that he could get $100. Don't ever do it again. I don't care if he has an addiction. If you're somebody that has an addiction to a harsh drug, you need to go to rehab. You need to get yourself together, because what's been floating you is not going to continue to float you, especially if you're trying to impede on others' lives. Because I always tell people, look, it's going to happen to you before it happened to me. Yeah, well, you can't ignore people that you know. Yes, I do ignore their ignorance. However, it's not about ignoring their ignorance. It's about creating actual change. Of course, you can ignore it. But, Angela, see, this is why I was accusing you of being a troll. Because let me tell you something. Those things need to be addressed. Whoever taught that we're just supposed to ignore those people is full of crap. And I know where y'all got that from. You can't just ignore those people. Those people are not going to be ignored, and they shouldn't be. They need real help. They need real help. Do you understand me? So don't project your thing onto me. And I'm tired of people doing that. Don't do it. I don't care about your opinion. Of course I ignored. When I get off of here, I'm going to wait for my groceries to get here, and I'm going to eat an apple fritter and drink some coffee and watch, do some meditation, get prepared for my readings. Of course we can ignore it, but you can't just ignore spirit. I'm a real spiritualist. I'm a real medium. I'm not a fraud. I have several spiritual gifts that manifested as a baby. So somebody that can ignore it might not be as spiritually gifted as I am. Is that fair to say that, Angela? You just don't have the spiritual gifts that I have if you just can sit there and ignore somebody, doing the stuff that they do. Okay? So do I, Angela, and I heal myself every day. So do I. I got somebody right now trying to throw negative energy at me. I'm protected. That's not the point. The point is that it's my job to handle that. And then also, I am here to lead the twin flames. I don't want to hear anybody judging me. I don't want to, and I can hear you judging me, saying, oh, she's not doing so-and-so, and oh, stupid, and this, and that. Well, you know what? That's not for you to judge. So people these days are very judgmental, and that's a lesson even for the Christians, that y'all are going to have to learn to stop being so judgmental and wrapped up in your own situation and not understanding that everybody's situation isn't the same. That's just like my new channel with my twin flame. I don't care if you don't understand it. I don't care if you don't care. I don't care. The whole point is that it was ordained by God for a reason, and I'm not afraid of it. And the only people that are creating the tragedies and the trauma are the outside influences. And I don't care. I'm going to speak the truth about it, no matter who's watching and in the bushes, because nobody should be cut off from their soulmate, and people actively trying to do things and sending bad energy. I can tell you that most of it is black magic, very nasty, disgusting black magic that people were either born with, cursed with, or either getting thrown at them. So I'm telling you right now that if you throw anything at me, you might end up with a house dropped on you. Just saying. And I don't care if you're Christian, Catholic, it doesn't matter. And this is a warning because you'll remember this discussion and you'll say, damn, why didn't I listen to Jamila when I had the opportunity? Because I'm going to be okay. I've had people trying to do eviction spells on me, trying to block my money. You are under fire. Fire. And that's it. I'm not going to keep warning you. I'm going to continue to do my thing on this channel and my other channel. But this is the warning shot. If you want to make comment on it and sound ignorant and say things like, oh, well, you got this, this, and that. Well, that's because most of these people, and then they'll say, oh, well, why should I care about you and your family? Well, for a family home, for a 3-bedroom, that is the going rate for rent. And here's another thing I want to discuss. I'm not going to lower my income for the black man. Why should I have to? You'll get cut off and you'll get harshly punished. So the reason why a lot of black women have lowered income is because of the black man trying to lower her income. And this will never, ever be accepted for you to do that. Stop attacking people at their jobs and places of employment. Period. Because these people have a one-way ticket to hell. God is going to intervene for his anointed ones. But you, Mr. Big Shot, that sits there and says, oh, well, I'm King Bong, and I've got this and everything figured out, is going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And you're going to learn, because a lot of our men and women are sick with ego and delusion and narcissism. We all know narcissistic people are delusional. That's why they'll actually have the audacity to crack on somebody, you know, $1 million country clubs that got a PPP loan. That's how you can tell they don't actually live in the real world or support themselves. Trying to pretend as though they are multimillionaires and they're not. Well, guess what? Those of you that listen to me, you really gonna get to that multimillionaire status, and they're gonna be stuck where they're at or either in a worse position that they already are. Okay, because no millionaire comes out and hates on somebody else's business. There are no millionaires right now, currently. There are no millionaires, actual millionaires that are out there doing the stuff that these people are doing. Unless it's got something to do with the church. But honestly, I really think that it's church members. And that's why a lot of y'all get kicked out from the church, or either the church don't want to help you. I'm a witch and I can walk into any church right now today, and if I needed a sack of groceries, they would give it to me. Okay, but God would make these people sit and starve themselves to death because they're too proudful to ask for something that they need. And you're going to have to sit down and be humble, because the only way you're going to do it is if you humble yourself. Look, I had humble beginnings and I'm still humble. But anytime you're fronting and in a delusion, and then your handlers are sitting there going, well, we're not going to do anything about it. Well, you know what? We're going to make sense of what you people are doing, and you're not going to stop us. You're trying to ruin people's lives, ruin people's dreams, ruin people's birthright, as well as ruin the earth. Because us witches are the saviors. Facts. So you can run around in blind ignorance on a witch hunt if you want. But you're going to be met with the harsh punishment, problems, and issues. And nobody's going to sacrifice themselves for you. Ever. Okay? All right, guys. You heard it here first. I will see y'all later. Peace and love to y'all. Don't worry. Like literally, I'm going to tell y'all something. Don't worry and trust, but do not take the same actions of your enemy. Now, if your enemy is throwing stuff at you, then it's okay for you to send it back. I noticed that narcissistic people are going to have to wake up and get some help. If anything, they become more evil than ever. Okay? There's always a spell or a ritual, and it is always a way to get past your bad energy. And they're doing sex magic rituals and energy harvesting, and it is totally disgusting. A lot of that stuff that y'all are doing, and you're not even saying thank you, and you're showing hatred for the hand that fed you, you are going to have harsh lessons coming up. And we don't need the cards to tell us that. If your cards are not telling you that this is not going to end well for you, well then your spirit guides either must be lying to you or you must be delusional. So I want to let y'all know that the people that attack me and the person that I should have been able to trust that attacks me with no reason at all, except for trying to fit into a bunch of people that are headed for destruction. Not only am I on top of him, but I've got my foot on his neck. I may be kind, but I'm not weak. And I may be loving, but I'm not stupid. Pay attention to what I'm saying. A lot of y'all that understand me and feel me with the twin flame stuff, past life stuff, to get a better understanding as to why this person has been doing this to me, then you're very smart, because I've already got that in the bag. But he needs to publicly apologize. And if he doesn't, oh well. Because apologies, what you do is you purge yourself when you apologize. And a lot of people are going to learn that you need to make good on the things that you have done to people that could have led their children into the streets or starving. My spirits are angry and they are out for blood. So right now, I've got a lot of dark energy that's built up. And last night I was able to channel it into some work. So even with dark magic, I am available. We're not all the love and the light, because a lot of this dark energy and dark matter that has been sent to me, we're gonna have to channel it into something. Okay. So for example, no examples. Okay. But just to let you guys know that, now doing the reversals is dark magic, because this person felt like, oh my God, I got all these bad spirits. I've got these issues. I want to send it to you, or either I want to switch souls with you. I want to switch places with you. But those things can always be undone, and they're hoping that you're too stupid to know what's happening. That's why they'll call you stupid. There's way too many goddesses and gods that have touched down, especially Isis. Isis touched down probably in July. So if you want to go around in an ignorance and doing stuff like that to people, understand that your karma is near. Okay? Because where there's a will, there's a way, and God and Goddess is good. Hello and amen. I'll see y'all later. Stay tuned for the money readings that are coming up. And I'll see y'all next time. Love and light.